Hey guys, this is Whitney from the blog Trident to Mom Jobs, and I get 100,000 page views per month from Pinterest. And I want to show you how to use Pinterest for business just the way that I do. Now I'm going to do a three-part series on how to use Pinterest for business, and this is the first video of the series. It's a simple video, this first one, on just how to set up a business account. Now I'm doing this in phases because Pinterest can get overwhelming. So in this video, like I said, this would just be on how to create a business account. And then in my next video, I'm going to do a video on how to create a pin that people will actually click on. And then after that, I'm going to show you how to create strong boards that Pinterest will promote. So whenever you pin a pin to that board, Pinterest will promote it, and that is really how you get traffic to your website. So I want to show you all of that in this video series. So make sure you go ahead and subscribe and hit that bell for notifications so you'll get notified every time that I release a video, especially during this series. Now, for this video, I am going to start my own personal account first because I want to remind you on what users are actually going through when they are first creating their own Pinterest account. You can't forget the people that you're trying to reach. So it's saying welcome. Then let's go to next. And it says, how do you identify female? And then pick your language, English, and then the United States. And then they want me to pick at least 3 categories that I want to explore. So this is important for you to know that when people are first signing up to Pinterest, they're trying to find topics. And this is key to remember when I get to the video on when we are creating boards and naming them. But first, I'm going to go ahead and just click this health and fitness, women's fashion, and DIY. And then I'm going to go to next. And it says now pick 5 or more topics, which keep this in mind when we talk about the boards video to go deeper. And I'm just going to go ahead and just say DIY gifts, gift ideas. And really what this is just it's letting Pinterest know what I'm interested in. And I'm just going to click some stuff just so I can get past this part. And it says all set. We're building your home feed. Pins are ideas. And this is awesome, nice, dandy little stuff right here. So this is just my personal account. Now, when you're ready to create your business account, you're going to go over here to this drop down right here. And you're gonna go to add a free business account. And then it says a business account helps you run ads, see analytics, share more ideas on Pinterest. Get started. So then you want to know what should we call you. I'm just gonna put T, let's see, and T just for the purpose of this training. And then I'm gonna go to not yet. I do have a website, but this is just gonna be for training purposes. And then this is where you'll put your information, obviously. And it looks like you can even put your picture, upload your picture right here, and then describe your brand. So as far as as I'm concerned, I'm a blogger, so I will click on blogger and then go to next. Would you ever be interested in running ads on Pinterest? I currently do not run any ads. I get all of my traffic for free. And especially in the beginning, I highly recommend that you do not spend any money in regards to traffic because I didn't spend a dime on traffic and I was getting over 500,000 page views per month, not just from Pinterest, but from Google as well. So that's a whole nother topic for another day. But if you do want to see how I write my articles to rank on Google, I'll put that link in the description below too, because that is very important to understand if you want to do well in blogging, because I use both Pinterest and Google to get traffic to my website. All right, but let's go ahead and say, no, I'm not planning to advertise. And it says, where would you like to start? So in the part 2 series of this video, I'm going to talk about how to create a pin and how to create it in a way that people will click on it, because it's a art to it. And then grow your audience. We're not going to create an ad, so this does not apply to us or me. And then showcase your brand, so build your profile. So this is what we're going to talk about next. So this is where you want to go ahead and edit your profile. Really create your profile. And when it comes to your picture, I know some people say that should put your logo or your brand here, but I personally like to put a face to this. So it would be good if you had a nice picture of yourself. So because I think it makes your profile more relatable, even though maybe 2% of the people that visit that are my followers have actually come to my profile page. So really don't put too much stock into this, but you want to at least have a nice picture on there just for the sake of looking good and having a nice professional account, because this is your business account. Keep that in mind. So instead of putting a logo, you can put your logo. This is up to you, but I personally believe that you should put a face to your Pinterest account. And then obviously you will put your business name here as your display name, because it's all about brand identity. And then this is a funky little username, but we don't need to worry about that right now. Oh, actually, yes, we do, because you want to change this to TNT. So every time that if someone is asking for your Pinterest URL, you can easily just say pinterest.com / and then your company name. So make sure you go ahead and fill that out. And then if you're about your profile, I recommend this part right here to be very specific about what you do. And if you have any questions on what you should say, depending on what category is, I always recommend to look at your competition, see what they're putting out there, and use that as inspiration. I would never recommend copying off of anyone, but I would just say use that as inspiration and to give you ideas on what you could say about yourself and your company and what you do. And then right here, this is some just putting your email address, country code, address, and everything like that. You can go ahead and do that. And then under account settings, let's see what's under here. This is where you put your email address, gender, business type. It gives you some login options. I typically just stick to putting my email address in here. You can decide if any of these work for you. Personally, I just like to use my own email address in signing up for Pinterest. And then Pinterest messages, you can turn on direct messages from your business profile. I get messages all the time to my business profile, but I just honestly, I do not answer them just because it's a lot of people that are asking to join group boards. But I no longer believe in group boards since Pinterest has changed that. So I want to talk about that also when we get to the video on boards. And I just pin to my own personal boards. I have a couple of group boards that I was a part of a long time ago that I ever so often pin to, but I really do the best when I pin to my own boards that are relevant to whatever I'm pinning to that board. Next, you definitely want to go ahead and claim your website. There are so many spammers out there on Pinterest. By claiming your website, this just adds another layer of legitimacy to your website where Pinterest will help promote your pins. They definitely do not want to promote anyone that is spamming others and stealing their content or their pins just to promote their website. So claim your website and do this early on as soon as you can. And it says to claim other accounts. I don't recommend claiming Instagram for Pinterest because these are two different platforms. Remember, Pinterest is a search engine, not a social media platform. I know we think of it sometimes as a social media platform, but it really is not. It is a search engine. It's where people go to find things like on what to eat for dinner or DIY projects, and the list goes on and on. So don't think of this as a social media platform. But if you have a shop on Etsy, I definitely recommend doing this. And the same thing if you have a YouTube channel, I will go ahead and put in your YouTube channel there as well, because that could be a great opportunity to get traffic to your channel, your channel and your Etsy shop. As far as bulk create pins, I'm not really sure what this is. I haven't tried it or tested it, so I don't really want to speak to it since I do not know what it is. So we're gonna go ahead and skip that part for now. But obviously you don't need to you can do well without doing this. And then notifications, this is really up to you and your preference on what you want to get in your notifications. I don't want to tell you what to do for this part right here. And then privacy and data. You can hide it's asking you if you want to hide your profile from search engines like Google. And I would say definitely do not check this. You don't want to ever try and hide anything that is going to give you traffic on Google or any of the search engines, because that traffic is gold. If you can get your pins to rank on Google and be on there, that is another avenue to get people to your website. So you definitely do not want to check that. And everything down here is going to be up to you where it's already checked in. So you just make sure that you uncheck it if you do not want one of these, like use sites you visit to improve which recommendation and ads you see. This is all about ads. So this is something that you definitely want to check out before you are going to just give your information away. And then security. This is up to you if you want to do the two-factor authentication. And I do not do this to my site, but it's up to you if you want to. It never hurts to just make sure that you have another level of security and to make sure that people are not hacking into your account. And that's pretty much it. So creating a business account is one of the easiest things that you can do starting with Pinterest. The rest of the stuff gets a little bit complicated. So I hope you were able to enjoy this video today. If you have any questions, just leave me a comment in the comment section below. And make sure you subscribe again and hit the bell for notifications for when I release the video on how to create a pin that people will actually click on to get traffic to your website. And then once again, I'm going to talk about how to create boards, which is a big piece of the pie in order to be successful on Pinterest. All right, so I hope you enjoyed this video and I hope you have a great day. Keep me posted on your success. I would love to hear how these videos are helping you get a nice amount of traffic from Pinterest.